Today we're doing section 3, which is entitled Percents and Decimals. So as easy as you would have thought fractions and percents were, decimals and percents are even easier. So this video should not be that long at all, because this is not hard. It's going to be super easy. Alright, so we have no definitions, no notes to take. All we need to do is jump into some examples. So they want us to write each percent as a decimal. This is as easy as moving the decimal point. So with 56%, technically that decimal is here, right? Because it's 56.0%. All you need to do is move it 2 places. So now it becomes 0.56. That's it. You move the decimal place 2 places to the left to make it a decimal. So with 8%, it starts out as 8.0%, but I have to move it 2 places. So notice I have to insert a 0 here to take that placeholder, so it becomes 0.08 is the decimal format of that percent. And that's it. So looking at, we can even do it with something that's over 100%. Again, it starts at the end, and we move it this direction, so it stops in the middle. So it's not always going to be just out front. You only want to move it 2 decimal places, because really what you're doing is you're saying this is 56 over 100. So you're dividing that by 100, so you just move the decimal places 2 places for those 2 zeros. Again, 6.0, when I move it 2 places, it has to become 0.06. To go the other direction, again, it's just as easy. We're just moving the decimal point the other way. So if I give you decimals, you want to move them the other way to make them whole numbers. So now they're going to ask us, write each percent, or excuse me, write each decimal as a percent. So when we look at this, we look at 0.38. So if I have 0.38, another one will be 1.45. Another one is 0.47. And then we have 0.09. So when I want to make the decimal into a percent, I move it the opposite direction. So now I'm moving it, again, only 2 places, so now it becomes 38%. 2 places this way, move it this direction, we have 145%. 2 places this way, 47%, and 2 places this way, 9%. And it's as simple as that. So we are going to do a word problem here just to increase the difficulty a little bit, but they kind of state it pretty simply so you don't have to do too much guesswork. So it says, the United States produces more corn than any other country, producing 0.4 of the total corn crops. So it says the U.S. produces 0.4 of the world's total corn crop. They want us to write 0.4 as a percent. 5.4 That's 4/10, which again, we just want to move that decimal 2 places, which means we have to add the 0 for a placeholder, so we end up with 40%. So the U.S. produces 40% of the world's total corn crop. So the homework for this, according to the calendar, if you'll check that. Again, you guys are going to be able to breeze through some of these. It's on page 739, or excuse me, 379, not 739. And it's that whole page. It's going to be 14 to 37. So that is your homework for this section.